Yo, what's going on, snipers, and welcome back to our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode here in NHL 21. So in last episode we had round 1 against the Washington Capitals, and as you could expect, we lost the series in 5 games. We managed to get 1 win, which was nice, but the team did not just do enough because the fact we had injuries to our starting goalie in Rohan House. He was injured late in the season, and we also missed Stefan Laserte down the stretch for quite a bit, so he missed the entire first round as well. Hopefully we're a little bit more healthy going into the playoffs next season, and hopefully we can get some good players at this draft and future drafts to help us get to being that cup contender that we need to be. So I asked you guys in last episode as well if we should go with Dingman or Larson with our pick, and we got one comment that I'd like to go over and a comment from a prior episode that I'd like to go over. So this first one is from HawksFan88 from last episode. He says you should definitely go for Dingman because he's guaranteed to be elite. Plus, in his strengths, he actually said he had pro release, which means he might actually be a solid goal scorer. So let's actually take a quick look at that. So as you can see, Dingman, he's a two-way forward, but he's got that pro release, he's got size and strength, and he's got size and skills. So this guy might be more like a power forward, but without the weight to an extent. So this guy might be an all-around really good player. So yeah, we're definitely going to be taking him with our first pick that we got, which is a pick that's actually originally the Dallas Stars. They originally traded that to Colorado, and then we picked it up in a deal with Moritz Seider, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's how we'd be getting Caden Dingman. There's also one other comment I'd like to go over from a prior episode, which I actually mentioned briefly in last episode, and it is from Dylan Burrows. He says Brett Harrison is a stud, picked him up a couple times, worth grabbing if you can. Also, just keep trying to make the playoffs and build it how it comes. Make trades some of your seconds to get a high first. So we're actually going to be doing one of those suggestions right now. We'll add the draft, and that is moving up in the draft a bit. So we do have, since we have 2 first rounders, our 5th one we're definitely going to be keeping in the spot, but we also have the 17th, which is originally our pick. We have a ton of second round picks, so we are going to be trying to move up to number 12, I think it is, or so, maybe even number 9. There's another top 6 forward that actually looks pretty good to me. So we're probably going to try and move up to get a better player out of that as well, because we need better winger prospects. And around our spot, I don't think there's really much. So yeah, that's probably what we're going to be doing. Also, he mentioned about Brett Harrison. I don't even know really much about Brett Harrison, except for I think he just won Rookie of the Year in the last episode. If I could player search, just because I'm kind of curious on what this guy's like, because I don't think I've ever heard of him, to be honest. So let's type in Harrison and see what this guy is all about. Is that the right spelling? That's how he has it spelled. No, it's not the right spelling. It's the. So you spelled it wrong there, Dylan. No offense. It's like that. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was spelling it right. So it should be this guy, right? Oh yeah, Brett Harrison. Yeah, Brett Harrison might be a bit too good for us at the moment, but yeah, this guy looks pretty good, and he doesn't really fit our scheme. But maybe this is the type of guy that we bring in the future if he's a free agent. But he hasn't even really played much. But yeah, I can see what you mean about him being really good. 6 points in 17 games last year. And in this past season, 47 points to win the Rookie of the Year. Pretty good. Huh. And he was the 15th overall pick. Interesting. Okay, so those are the comments I'd like to go over. Let's take a look at all the draft picks we have in this year's draft, because we have a lot. I don't think I've ever stacked up this much in a draft before. So we could always trade some for next year's picks and stuff like that if we don't find anybody. But if I go to draft board and go to projected picks, as you can see, we have our 2 first rounders, the one from the Dallas Stars as I was just mentioning, and our own 17th overall pick. We're going to be trying to move that up though. We have 4 second round picks, so we have a lot of seconds, including an early second from Dallas. We also have 5 third round picks. So basically in the first 3 rounds we have 11 picks, which is ridiculous. Then we have 2 fourth rounders, a 5th rounder, 2 6th, and a 7th. I think I showed you guys maybe in the last episode. I don't remember actually now that I think of it. But yeah, so yeah, anyways, let's get into the draft. We've wasted enough time just talking about that sort of stuff. Let's see what we can get in this draft. We're definitely going to take Dingman, and we'll try and move up to get a better pick with our 17th pick. I think, let's go to the draft class again. I think the guy I was wanting is supposed to go, no, it wasn't Yui. It was Tucker, I think I was looking at. Yeah, Tucker is supposed to go number 12, so we should be able to move up to that 11th spot that Minnesota has if we want to. Yeah, we'll try and make a trade with Minnesota. I think that's who I was debating about trading with. So we'll trade with Minnesota since they want to get up their 11th, and we will give them 17th just because they need to have some more value. And we will throw in, they want some of our third rounders, which is good. So what should we give them in the third round? We could give them their own third round pick back. That'd be a pretty funny deal to do. So yeah, let's try that. So our first and 73rd overall for 11th, will that work? Rejected. So they probably need something higher up than 73rd. 69th wouldn't get it done, so we probably have to definitely give a second rounder. We could give the 62nd since it's a very late one. So we'll try and throw in that. So I think this is still worth it. So first and second for 11th, and still rejected, but it's close in value. So we'll throw in our 7th rounder. We don't really need our 7th, to be honest. We'll just throw in a 7th. There you go. So we moved up 6 spots, and now we can get that top 6 forward prospect, which is good because we do need some more winger prospects. Hopefully this guy pans out. And yeah. Also, I do have one question for you guys. I'd like to know if you guys would like me to continue this franchise mode series when we're doing our back-to-back franchise modes. So when I'm doing my 03 franchise, would you guys want me to continue doing this one, or would you like me to start a new one? Let me know on that, because I'll probably put out like a poll about that eventually, but I just want to know to make sure if I have to get ready for a different franchise mode or whatnot. So anyways, let's advance to our pick now. So Edmonton at number 1 takes Gorn, who's a 79 two-way defenseman. So that's a nice pickup for them. There's 3 defensemen I think that are supposed to go in the top 3, which is ridiculous. Yep, Pittsburgh takes one of them as well, Del Zotto. This looks like it's a bit of a weaker draft in terms of overall rating, but I could be wrong. And Danner goes to Montreal, 77. Ottawa at number 4 is going to take Yager. So you have 4 defensemen in the top 4. That's ridiculous. So we're going to be getting the best forward in the draft, which is nice. So welcome aboard to Caden Dingman, a much-needed winger prospect. He's probably going to get to play with like Matthews, maybe this upcoming season even. So welcome aboard Matthews, 76. Okay, maybe not. That's a little bit of a low overall for a guy that goes 5th overall. Damn. Yeah, so this guy might take 1 year to develop. I might let him play back in the OHL, is it? Yeah, in the OHL for 1 year, kind of like what we did with Matthews, because we don't want to rush his development. So, yeah, that's kind of... Yeah, this is a really bad draft in terms of overalls, but hopefully Dingman becomes a stud for us. Like, hopefully he grows a lot during his first offseason. So, let's advance to our next pick. Let's just see who went before. So a bunch of top 6. Larson was only a top 6 in 75, so it's good we didn't trade for pick him at number 6. So yeah, pretty much everybody's going in their normal spots, which makes sense. Okay, so with 11th overall, we are not going to take another offensive defenseman. We could technically, but this guy does not look great to me, and he's probably just a top 4. And then there's also a center, but I think I want to just go for Tucker just because we don't have a lot of wingers. We have like Matthews is going to be our top center. We already still have like Veleno if we want to keep him around for a while. So I'm going to bring in Mitchell Tucker and see how good he is. And he's a 66 power forward, top 6, so that's pretty good. Being a power forward, he should be pretty decent offensively. I don't really like his stats right now, which is not good, but he could develop into being a good player. Might just take a little bit of time because he's only 17. Okay, let's sim to our next pick, which is at number 34. See if we can get something here early in a second. I didn't really look into these parts of the draft, so Steen, 2-way forward, 3 years away, maybe that guy, because he could be a good top, like he could be more of like a bottom 6 kind of guy, but he's 3 years away, so he's probably top 6. There's also Dunham. This guy has maybe good shooting, but I don't know. This guy is not looking that great, to be honest. I think Dunham might be our pick. Or we look at Sopel. He's also the... It's hard to tell because most of these guys aren't scouted that well. Oh, I did have this Purinton guy pinned because he could be elite, but I don't think he is. He's probably top 6. What is the scout recommending? A Sopel Mink. I don't know about Mink. He's a defenseman, and there's a top 9. I think I'm going to go with Dunham, just because that the puck skills look good, and then the shooting could be good. So he's got leadership ability, goal scoring potentially, and maybe some agility. Yeah, we'll take Willie Dunham. Welcome aboard, Willie. And he's top 6. Okay, good. 65 top 6. That's a pretty good pick. Nice. Another good top 6 forward winger to add to our prospect pool. See, it's good we didn't take Bowie because he's the top 9. What could we go with our next pick here? This draft is definitely going to help us out in terms of getting good winger prospects in, which is good. Ooh. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Ouellette. It's funny how I just do. He's already 20, though, which is kind of problematic, but he's probably like a high up top 9, and I don't really see anything better to go with. Like, there is probably, yeah, some younger top 9s, but I think I'm going to just take the 20-year-old, which might be a bit risky because 20-year-olds usually don't develop, I'm pretty sure, but you never know about Ouellette, so we'll take him. Welcome aboard, Ouellette. He's a top 9 63, yeah, just as I was expecting, so he might not make it because he's already 20. But, yeah, another good AHL player probably to help maybe our AHL team win another Calder Cup. What about our next pick here? What do we want to go for? Our scouts recommending is Cogliano or Taylor. I don't really need defensemen though. What else are they recommending? Oh, I pinned this guy. This guy's supposed to go at 65th. Don't we have another pick this round? I think so, right? Or next round. 65th is early. What pick is that overall wise? I don't even know. I wish it would say. I don't know if I should go for that guy I had pinned already. I think I'm going to, just for fun. Even though he's probably... Wait, where is he projected to go? He's projected to go 66th. In first 2 rounds, it'd be 62. Yeah, I'm just going to take this guy. Give a chance on him. Even though he's probably a 3rd rounder. Low top 6. Okay, not bad. 63 overall, and he's 17, so maybe a steal. I don't know. But he's a better defensive player than he is offensively. We'll send him to 69th overall, so we could get a good meme pick in here. Ooh, a low top 6 guaranteed in Melnick. He doesn't look great. And there's also Reichel, who's a top 9. A couple years away, apparently, as well. And then there's also Valen. I'm debating between Valen, I think, and Reichel. Our scouts like a lot of these players, apparently. But I think I'm going either with Valen or him. So, lack size, that's his only problem. Okay, and it's probably the exact same thing for Reichel, right? No, he has no weaknesses, but he's got really good speed, apparently. And offensive instincts. I think I'm going to go with... Let me just check here again. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with Reichel, since he's projected to go higher than Valen. But I feel like him and Valen are very similar players. So, yeah, welcome aboard Ed Reichel. See what he is, and he's top 9, 64 overall playmaker. That's not too bad for a 17-year-old. I don't know if he'll develop really, but he's got some pretty good attributes. So once again, maybe a good player for the AHL. Let's send to our next pick here. We got another 3rd rounder. Oh, we could still get Valen with our other picks, so we're probably just going to do that. We're just stacking up on, like, all wingers pretty much, which is fine because we have pretty much good prospects in every other area and good young defensemen. So I'm going to just take Valen. Timo Valen is also 64 top 9, so him and Reichel are literally the exact same type of player. I'll go sim to our next pick. We'll probably not use all our picks. I'll probably just auto sim the rest of it, just because we're getting into the stage where we're not going to know a lot of these players at all. This guy's 3 years away. Probably another top 9, but I might just do it just because why not? Yeah, I think I'm going to just take that guy as well. Because if we have all these top 9s, we could always trade them away as well. So Luongo's a 61 top 9. Yeah, we're literally stacking up on all these. And we have one more pick in this 3rd round. I think, which is right after the fact. Anybody else that could be a steal here? This guy might be a top 4. Do we really need another defenseman? Probably not. We could pick up some defenders for the AHL always. Caffrey's already 20. Watt. This guy's 18, but he does not look like he's going to make it. Betts. This guy might be 3 years away. And we'll just take Jamie Betts. We'll take a defenseman for a change. Just to spice things up, and he's a top 6, so maybe he makes it. Not too bad. Let's sim to our next pick, and then we'll probably auto sim after this one, because this one's also a 3rd rounder. So we'll take another top 9. Wismuller. Holy crap, there's so much top 9s. This guy's 5 years away though for a top 9. Wow. Most top 9s are like 3 to something, so this guy's probably got a really low overall. But he's 18. Or do we go with another defenseman? I think I'm just going to go with this guy, because he's a center / winger. Maybe he makes the lineup, maybe he doesn't. 57 top 9, so yeah, his overall is not that great, but maybe he makes it at some time. Let's sim to our next pick, and then we'll see if there's any other good projected players to go in this draft. If not, we will pretty much auto sim the rest. Leideker's 5 years away. Let's sort by potential. Don't need a goalie, medium elite goalie. Unless that guy becomes really good. Watch him become like the next best goalie in the NHL or something. Yeah, I don't think there's really anything else unless there's a low elite. This guy might, the Leideker guy might be low elite, but I doubt it, because that 5 year away thing. I might still just take him anyways, and then auto sim the rest. This guy's 4 years away, so that kind of is different. Usually 4 years away, I'm pretty sure, is low elites. This guy's not supposed to go till way later though. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take this Leideker guy and then auto sim the rest of the draft. So Leideker is a low top 9, 58, not too bad. And yeah, let's sim the rest of this draft. I could trade the picks away and stuff like that, but I don't think that's really kind of makes sense. So after Leideker, we got Delmore, Afinasenkov, Backman, and Olin, but we had a really busy draft. Because Dingman was an elite, Tucker was a top 6, Dunham, Ouellette, Semyonov, or no, Dunham was a top 6 as well. Ouellette, Semyonov, Reichel, Valen, and Luongo were all top 9s. And then Betts was a defenseman, and then I don't know about the rest of the dudes. Wismuller was offensive, same with Leideker. Don't know what Delmore, Afinasenkov, Vaxman, and Oland are. But yeah, very busy draft for us. Hopefully this draft is one of the ones we could look back to as why we won a Stanley Cup or something. Okay, so we got some coaches to resign. I don't know about if we want to bring back our head coach or not. I wish I would have been able to ask you guys about this in last episode, but I completely forgot about it. So we'll go with our associate coach and sign him. I don't think I want to bring Drew Doughty in as an assistant coach. We could always, but I don't know if he's a good scheme fit really. No, he doesn't seem to be. I don't think I'm going to re-sign him. We'll re-sign the guy for the AHL, because the AHL team wait, is he the head coach? No, he's the associate. The AHL team just won the Calder Cup, so associate coach. There you go. And yeah, I don't know. Do we want to bring back Homer? He's been pretty good for us for the most part. He's been more around 500. He doesn't actually have a good team fit. You know what? We're going to be changing our coach this offseason. Yeah, that's definitely what we're going to do, because this guy does not seem to really be much of a fit for our team. We'll bring in a better coach that fits our scheme, and then maybe we could actually be a good team. So, Maxwell, Homer, thank you for your time here. But, yeah, we're not going to be re-signing you. Andrew Doughty as well, we're going to let you go. And then we got our scouts to deal with. So I'll show you guys also the coaches in this episode as well, so you guys can let me know who we should get for a coach. But I'm pretty sure I would be able to find one. I just want your guys' opinions anyways on like who would be the best like for like utilizing our young guys and whatnot. So this should be it. Yep, there's all those. Okay, so let's get into this re-sign stage now and sign our players. So we're going to definitely sign Matthews, I think, to his ELC, but I don't think I'm going to sign Dingman yet. So let's go to our RFAs, because we have a lot of RFAs. Actually, we'll do UFAs first, because I think there's less of them. Or maybe not. But in terms of prospects, we're going to let go of Chelios, even though he does have low top 6 potential. He's just not developing, unfortunately. So we're going to let him go. Koistinen does not seem to be panning out, which is really unfortunate because he was a second round pick. But we're going to let him go, even though he's got top 9 potential. Gagne, I think, he was a third rounder, but I don't think he's going to make it either. But we'll sign him just to give him an AHL opportunity. We're going to let go of Allison. He's nothing. Duda, we're going to let him go as well. Semyonov, we're going to give an opportunity to since he's got a higher overall than most. Reimer, we're going to give an opportunity to since he's a low elite. And same with Klubertons. We're going to get a lot of guys into our AHL affiliate. Kevin Mackey, I think I'm going to let go just to make up some room. Cook's going to get signed as well because Cook is a 72, which is pretty impressive for a guy that was like a third round pick, I guess. Yeah, okay, never mind. Pearson, I think I might let him go. Yeah, I'm going to let Pearson go as well just to make up some room for the guys in the system. But yeah, anyways, for UFAs wise, we don't really have anybody to deal with that much because McIsaac, I'll let you go. But yeah, let's just let go of Chisholm already. He's depth. We're gonna let go of Giovanni Smith. He's depth. I'm gonna let go of Norris and Kratzov as well, but we might bring them back if you guys think we should need to. It's just because I want to see what we have really with our young guys first. We're gonna let go of Eliasson since we have so many goalies already. Jake Ettinger. I think I'll bring back Jake Ettinger for 1 year unless Nguyen's ready to be a backup, but I don't know if he is. I think I'll just sign Ettinger for a 1 year deal. Just because why not? But yeah, RFA wise, we got a lot of guys to work with here. So we will qualify pretty much everybody that is in the AHL just because they'll eventually sign no matter what. Or most of the time they do. And then we will give our guys in the NHL some contracts. So most of these guys should accept. And then Tuparainen, he's going to want a one-way deal. He was sent to the AHL last year because of Drew Doughty, but we're going to give him an NHL contract. I think 3 years at $14.50 is a pretty good contract. We could give him a little bit less, so we'll try $13.25 for 3 years. Lacerte's probably not going to want a whole lot either. He wants $2 million, so we'll still give him 3 years as well, just because there's still RFAs at the end of these contracts. So we'll give him a 3-year deal, and we will talk him down to 1.925, which I think would be good if these guys do develop into higher overalls. What else we got here? Guerin's going to want a big contract, and I'm okay with giving him a bigger contract because he did just put up 70 points. We're going to give him a 3-year deal, though, just because that way he becomes a RFA still at the end of this, and then maybe we could give him a long-term contract for the rest of it. I just want to see how he plays as a top 6, so I don't want to give him too much. So we'll give him 7.3 for 3 years. Suzuki jumped up to an 83, but yeah, we'll give him another 1-year deal. I don't know why he's so good now. It's probably statistical, so he might get dealt at some point, but we'll give him a 1-year deal at 4.45. And then Wallinder, he might eventually get dealt, but we'll give him a 1-year deal at 4.4 maybe. Yeah, he might get dealt because we have a lot of defensive prospects that might be jumping into the NHL. Like 2 more guys, like Tuparainen's going to be back, and then Person, or I think it's Person. I think it's Person might be jumping in as well, so we might have to let go of Wallinder or trade him away. And then Melanson, who we signed in free agency, is also an RFA. I think I'll keep this guy around because he could be just maybe a bottom 6 guy for us, so why not? 1 year. And then we got also Rohan House. I'm fine with giving House whole. He wants 6 years, okay. But he will be a UFA at the end of it, but I think I'm okay with that. Because Rohan House seems to be our main piece for the future for starting goalies, so we'll give him a 6-year deal at 4.7. Might be an overpayment, but we'll keep him around for that long. And then Nguyen, we'll sign you. If he rejects, we'll qualify him, and then we'll also qualify Mui, just because why not? And then our unsigned guys, we'll sign Mr. Matthews, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to play him in the NHL this year, even though he's only 78. And then Dingman, we're going to give him 1 year of junior time, because he's only 76. And then all of our other prospects, we got a lot of prospects now in this, like top 9s, top 6s. Mostly offensive players, but that's okay because we already do got a lot of good defensive young guys on our team that I'd like to keep around for a long time. Yeah, we have a lot. Wow, okay. Because if we sort this by potential, we got the 2 elite guys here. We got 3 top 6s. Well, one's a low top 6. And then we got a ton of top 9s. And then we got a couple top 6Ds, a couple bottom 6 forwards, and a 7th D. Okay. So let's advance today, see if we get all those guys, which we probably should. And then I will show you guys all the free agents when we get to free agents, what our roster looks like at the moment. And then I'll also show you guys the coaches that we could potentially go after, because we're definitely going to need a new coach now. So RFA-wise, Tuppurainen rejected. That's kind of surprising. We're going to give him a contract again. I don't know why he wanted... We'll go 1.4 for 3. He's probably going to accept, I would assume. And then the rest of these guys are still qualified, which is good. And all the UFAs are... We let go every UFA, I think, almost. So it doesn't really matter on that front. So Tuppurainen, I think he did just sign, which is good. Yep, he did, which is good. So now we just have to wait for those AHL players, but those don't matter that much since they're already qualified. But let's take a look at what we have for our roster before I show you guys free agents and stuff when we get there. So at the moment for centers, we got Veleno, Suzuki, Matthews, and Grew. So Suzuki could be more of a third-line center. Matthews would probably be our fourth-line center, but also getting power play time, I would assume. But he might be a higher overall next season. But we could probably definitely pick up a center. So we could use, like, I don't know, maybe a second-line center, but we could use one center. For sure, I wrote that down just in case. We have enough left wingers. Some of these guys actually might play right wing. Yeah, probably. So we got 4 wingers, 5, 6 wingers, because Jenner's going to jump in. So we might have enough wingers almost, except for 2. Maybe we could use 2 wingers of some sort on either the left or the right side, or maybe one of each. And then defensively, we're definitely good. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, these guys are all going to be playing, and then Larson could be playing as well. Stewart maybe jumps up. So we're going to have to think about probably letting go of Linder, and then we could play Larson if Larson is ready for the NHL. But yeah, we're definitely fine on defense. We could find a depth defender, just because I don't want to use any of these guys as depth. So yeah, maybe 1 depth D would be okay. And then goalie-wise, we are fine as well. So we need a decent amount of stuff in free agency. Let's advance to free agency so we can see what's available. And then I'll show you guys the coaches that are out there as well. Most of those AHL guys should accept, which is good. And let's hire some coaches. Actually, well, yeah, we'll do the coaches already first. Or show you guys the coaches that are out there. So NHL head coach wise, let's see what we got here. 46%. Anybody have really good scheme fit? They probably won't until we actually sign some free agents. But wow, that's all the head coaches that are available is only those guys. Huh. This guy might be the best option since he's 46%. And he actually has a really good career record. Geez, 58.4%. He was the head coach of the Florida Panthers for the last 5 years. Huh. Yeah, maybe we go with this guy. I don't know. Depends who we sign, I guess. Okay, let's take a look at what is available in free agency. Like I said, 1 center probably is what we need, and then 2 wingers. So center-wise, I don't want to go for anything too fancy, but because we only have 25 million in cap space now, and that we signed all our young guys. So if we sort by overall, we could go for somebody that's maybe in the ballpark of an 84 to like an 82. So maybe somebody like Dvorak. Let's actually just take a look at if they match our system. No. Anybody that matches our system would be probably the best option for us for next episode. Eric Howla, maybe? I don't know. But there's definitely some options in terms of 84s, 82s. But if you guys think we should go for somebody worse, let me know. I'll just scroll through this a bit. So that's for centers. And then we need probably like 2 wingers. We'll look at each winger. So there's all these options. Joel Farabee. Huh. Joel Farabee's pretty good, but I don't know. Athanasiu, Pearson, Kane. Yeah, there's definitely good options out there in free agency. It looks like actually a pretty deep free agency pool. Right wing wise, let's go over here just so you guys can see the right wingers. There's guys like Bjorkstrand available, Sprong I saw, Connor Brown, Josh Hosang. Okay, and then in terms of defense, since we would probably need one depth defender, I'll show you guys the depth defenseman as well. There is Giovanni Valletta. That guy actually might be okay. Yeah, I might go with Giovanni just because he's a 79 already and he's only 27. I don't know if he matches our system that well though, because we don't have anything scouted on him, but he might be okay. But yeah, there is not really a whole lot of options for depth defenders unless we want to go with guys that are listed as minor top twos, but I don't know. Pierre-Olivier Joseph still? Yeah. And then we don't need any goalies. I will also take a look quickly if there's any guys with good potential, because I keep forgetting to do this. That went undrafted. Ooh, look at that. See, look, that's already a low elite that went undrafted. 68 at 19. Wow, okay, and we might have already found a steal. Literally, I don't check that often, but when I do check, there's always a good guy, because if you guys watched my Dallas series, I drafted, I found a guy that went undrafted, and he became a really good defenseman. Well, this guy might be a good forward for us for the future, so we're going to offer this guy a contract, since he was never drafted by anybody. And then I think that's probably it that we're going to. This Archer guy's probably not going to pan out. Yeah, he's probably not going to pan out. Let's check on the defensive side, even though we don't need any good defensive prospects. Nope, there's nobody. And then goalie-wise, no, there's nobody either. Oh, there's a 20-year-old that's starter potential, but not good enough. Okay, so let's quickly, anything else do we want to do? I don't think so. Yeah, that's probably it. Actually, let's take a look at the trading block. I know this episode's probably around 30 minutes already, but I'll show you guys the trading block in case we want to make any trades in next episode, because I don't know if we're going to find all our pieces that we need in free agency or not, but maybe some of these guys would help us out better, because I think I want the team to be a bit more competitive next season, but I don't know if we want to be still a playoff team necessarily. It's kind of hard to decide, because our team probably will be a bit better because we do got our experience under our belt, but who knows, because it depends really on how the players grow during the off season and how our new guys like kind of get adjusted to our lineup. Scroll through Minnesota and Montreal. There's the Islanders. A lot of young guys, it seems like, on the block right now. Could be because a lot of teams are just picking up veterans right now in free agency, so that's probably why. Damn, Nugent Hopkins is getting overpaid a lot. Jake Virtanen getting paid for 4 years. Flyers have picks on the board. Pittsburgh has not really much either. Yeah, it's literally just prospects at the moment, it seems like. Braden Shen, Tarasenko, and then some prospects. Tampa Bay just has picks on the board. Trouba, Gavrikov, Fleury. Vancouver with some picks. Vegas with some picks. Hey, there's another Mewey. We have one Mewey on our team. This guy must be his brother. It's funny. Washington has Gustafson. And Winnipeg has some picks. So yeah, not really a whole lot on the block, but anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this episode of our Detroit Red Wings franchise mode. So next episode, we will do free agency and start up the 2027-28 season and see if this team can get maybe a little bit better. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys next time.